Okay, so you're getting ready for a wedding planner interview.
Oh, wow. Exciting.
Yeah, it is super exciting. Um, this deep dive is all about helping you prepare.
Using RoleCatcher's amazing guides.
Right. They have so many good resources, and we are going to use them to break down
Yeah, we are going to break down some common interview questions.
and really, help you figure out how to nail those
Let's give
answers.
you the strategies.
Yeah. And the best part?
The best part is RoleCatcher.
RoleCatcher has this AI tool that can help you.
Yes, it can help you tailor your answers.
So it's like having a personal coach in your pocket.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Wild.
It's so cool. Okay, let's start with a question that I'm sure you are going to get.
Yeah.
What inspired you to pursue a career as a wedding planner?
So it sounds super basic, right?
Yeah, it does sound basic.
But it is actually a really important question
Extremely important.
because it's that first impression,
First impression.
and you need to really make it count.
You have to stand out.
You have to stand out. You can't just say, oh, I love weddings.
That's not going to cut it.
No, it's not going to cut it. So instead of just saying, I love weddings, you need to tell a story.
Yeah, give them a story.
And that story should be about what sparked that passion.
Absolutely what sparked that passion for you.
To the family member's wedding.
Yeah. Or maybe you helped a friend plan theirs.
Or maybe you went to a wedding and you were like, I can do this better.
I can do this so much better.
Right. Or maybe it's something completely different.
Yeah. Maybe you've always been organized and creative, and this just feels like the perfect blend.
Right. This is where those two things collide.
It's the perfect story.
So think about that story.
Have that story in your back pocket.
Because you really want to wow them right from the start.
Absolutely, you want them to remember you.
And then you can expect follow-up questions too.
Oh, they'll definitely ask follow-up questions.
They might say, what aspect of wedding planning are you most excited about?
Yeah. Or they might ask you, what do you see as the biggest challenges?
Right. So be ready to go a little bit deeper.
Show them that you've really thought this through.
Yeah, and that you're not just a casual, oh, I love weddings.
You're serious about this.
Right.
Okay, now let's move on to a question that's all about your organizational skills.
I love this one.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Because I'm all about organization.
Me too. It's crucial in wedding planning.
So the question is, how do you prioritize tasks when planning a wedding?
So many moving parts, right?
So many. So tell them about your process.
Yeah, walk them through it.
Do you swear by a color-coded spreadsheet?
Love those.
Do you have a detailed timeline?
Timelines are lifesavers.
Are you a big fan of project management software?
Oh, I love Asana.
Or maybe you're like me and you love a good old-fashioned planner.
Yeah, those never go out of style.
Right, whatever your system is.
Just show them that you have one.
That you have a method to the madness.
Yes, a method to the madness, because
Yeah.
weddings are crazy.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, but you've got this.
You've got this, and you know what? You can even get specific.
Oh, yes, details matter.
Details
They
matter.
want to see you think on your feet.
So imagine they say, okay, the wedding is in 6 months. What are your top 3 priorities right now?
What would you say?
Oh, my gosh. So top 3, probably venue.
Yes, securing the venue, that's huge.
That's huge. Probably sending out save the dates.
This guy goes out there.
Yeah, because people need to know what's going on. And then, honestly, probably budget.
Budget, that's a big one.
You've got to make sure everyone's on the same page
Absolutely.
financially, right?
Yes. And RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you with this.
Oh, how so?
So it can analyze your answers and suggest improvements.
So it could be like, hey, maybe you should say this instead of that.
Exactly. Or it can highlight keywords that resonate with that specific employer.
So it's tailoring it even
We
further.
say like a secret weapon.
I love it. Okay, let's get real for a second.
Yeah, let's get real.
Weddings can be stressful.
Definitely.
So how do you handle those difficult clients?
Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah, because let's face it, every wedding planner is going to encounter,
You're going to encounter some difficult situations.
a bridezilla or maybe a mother-in-law who has a very strong opinion.
Oh, yeah, those can be tough.
So this is a question that's all about showcasing your diplomacy,
Yeah, your patience
your problem-solving skills.
and your ability to stay calm under pressure.
Because you can't just lose it.
You can't lose it.
You can't be like, listen, lady, you are being ridiculous.
No, you have to be professional.
So how do we do that?
You need a good example.
Yes, tell them a story.
A specific story.
So, for example, you could say something like,
Okay, what's your example?
I once had a client who was so indecisive about the floral arrangements,
Oh, I've been there.
but I took the time to really understand her vision.
You listened.
Yeah, I listened. I showed her a bunch of different options.
You curated a selection.
I curated, and I reassured her that we could make adjustments along the way.
That flexibility is key.
Yeah, and in the end, she was thrilled.
Happy bride, happy life.
Right. So with that one story, you're showing them that you can handle difficult situations.
You're a problem solver.
And you're also showing that you can communicate effectively.
Yeah, and manage expectations.
Because that's huge in this business.
Huge. And again, RoleCatcher's AI can help you practice these different scenarios.
That's great.
And fine-tune your responses for maximum impact.
Love it. Okay, let's talk vendors.
Oh, vendors are crucial.
Yeah, because a wedding planner is only as good as their network.
Absolutely. You're only as good as your team.
So they're going to ask you, how do you manage vendor relationships and contracts?
This one's all about professionalism.
Yeah, highlight your communication skills.
Negotiation tactics, too.
And your understanding of contracts.
Because you got to know the legal stuff.
Yeah, you can't just be like, oh, yeah, we shook hands, it's fine.
And no contracts are important.
So maybe you have a system for regular vendor check-ins.
I like that, regular check-ins.
Or maybe you use some kind of software to keep track of everything.
Yeah, there are some great tools out there.
The key is to show them that you're a pro.
You're a pro at building those relationships.
Because those relationships are gold.
They're everything.
And don't forget to emphasize the importance of clear communication.
Absolutely.
And building that team atmosphere.
You're all in this together.
Because you're all working towards the same goal.
Right, that beautiful dream wedding.
And speaking of teams, RoleCatcher's career guides have some awesome insights.
Oh, yeah, they talk about different career paths you can take.
So maybe you start as an assistant planner.
Great way to learn the ropes.
And then you work your way up to senior planner.
Senior planner, lots of responsibility.
Or maybe you decide to go out on your own.
Yeah, launch your own business.
So many possibilities.
It's exciting.
It is. Okay, let's be real for a second.
Hit me.
Weddings can get expensive.
They can be.
So how do you manage budgets when planning a wedding?
Ooh, the money question.
Yeah, this is where you get to show off those financial skills.
Yeah, tell them about your process.
Do you love a good spreadsheet?
Spreadsheets are my jam.
Are you a budgeting app guru?
Oh, yeah, I love those.
Or are you amazing at finding those cost-effective alternatives?
Gotta be creative sometimes.
Right, like without sacrificing quality.
You don't want to compromise the vision.
No, you don't want to, but you also want to make sure that you're staying within those financial limits.
Absolutely gotta stay within budget.
And you know what? It's not just about crunching numbers.
It's not just about the math.
It's also about understanding your client's priorities.
Yes, their dreams.
Their dreams, their budget constraints.
And finding that balance.
Yes. You need to be able to find those creative solutions that make everyone happy.
That's the magic of wedding planning.
Right. And they might ask you follow-up questions about this too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like they might say, what would you do if a client wanted to exceed their budget?
What would you say to that?
Oh, gosh. Well, first, I would try to understand why they want to exceed it.
Yeah, is it a must-have item or just a nice-to-have?
Right. And then we would look for ways to maybe adjust the budget in other areas.
Finding those compromises.
Yeah. Or maybe we would talk about, like, scaling back on certain things.
So that they can prioritize what's most important.
Exactly. And they might also ask you to tell them about a time.
Oh, yeah. They love those tell me about a time questions.
Where you had to get creative to save money.
Yeah. How did you think outside the box?
Without sacrificing quality.
Gotta keep those standards high.
Right. So be ready to share those stories.
I want to see your problem-solving skills in action.
Okay, so we've covered passion, organization, difficult client.
Vendor relationships, budgets.
We've hit a lot of the big ones.
But weddings are unpredictable.
Tell me about it.
So let's talk about what happens when things get a little crazy.
Because they will get crazy.
Yeah, those last-minute curveballs.
You're talking about when the cake delivery is late?
Oh, no.
Or the weather decides to do something wild?
The weather's always a wild card.
Right. So be prepared for questions like...
Like, how do you handle last-minute changes or emergencies?
Or tell me about a time when something went wrong at a wedding and how you fixed it.
Those are good ones.
Because these questions are all about assessing your ability to stay calm.
Thing on your feet.
And problem solve under pressure.
Because pressure is part of the job.
It's a high-pressure job, so have a story ready.
Yes. Good story.
Walk them through your thought process.
Show them how you think.
Did you have backup vendors lined up?
Always good to have backups.
Did you have to make quick decisions?
Sometimes you have to pivot.
Did you have to adapt the timeline?
Timelines can be flexible.
Show them that you can handle the unexpected.
With grace and a can-do attitude.
Okay, let's shift gears for a moment.
Okay, where are we going?
Let's talk about creativity.
Oh, I love creativity.
Because interviewers want to see that you can bring those unique wedding visions.
Those dreams to life.
So they might ask you something like...
Tell me about a time you had to think outside the box to meet a client's unique needs.
I love that one. Or they might say, Describe a wedding you planned that really showcased your creativity.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Yeah. So this is your chance to shine.
Let your creativity sparkle.
Share a story that highlights your ability to come up with those innovative solutions.
You know, those personalized details.
And make each wedding truly special.
Because every wedding should be unique.
And they're probably going to ask follow-up questions about this too.
They'll want to dig deeper.
Like they might say, how did you come up with that idea?
Or they might ask, what were some of the challenges you faced and how did you overcome them?
So be prepared to really elaborate.
Show them your passion.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have hit so many topics.
From showcasing your passion and those organizational skills.
To handling those difficult situations and those unexpected hiccups.
But there's one more question that we need to talk about.
What is it?
Juggling multiple weddings.
Oh yeah, that's the reality of this job.
Because a successful wedding planner often has several events.
In the works at the same time.
So they want to know that you can handle the pressure.
That you can stay organized.
And keep all those wedding trains running smoothly.
No derailments allowed.
Exactly. So they might ask you something like, how do you manage multiple weddings happening simultaneously?
That's a good one.
Or they might say, tell me about a time when two weddings had conflicting deadlines or demands. How did you handle it?
Those overlapping timelines can be tricky.
Yeah, so this is where you really highlight those organizational superpowers.
Yeah, let them see your system.
So walk them through it.
Step by step.
Do you use a specific project management system?
Those are lifesavers.
Do you delegate tasks effectively?
Delegation is key.
Do you communicate clearly with everyone involved?
Communication is everything.
Show them that you're a master of time management.
You're the conductor of the wedding orchestra.
And coordination.
And that you can handle anything.
Right. And maybe share a specific example.
A success story.
Of a time when you successfully juggled multiple weddings.
Without a hitch.
Without dropping a single bouquet.
That's the goal.
So really highlight your ability to prioritize, delegate, and make those tough decisions.
Sometimes you have to make those tough calls.
Under pressure.
And remember, RoleCatcher can help you practice these scenarios too.
I love that.
And refine your answers.
So you're really putting your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've tackled a lot of those tough questions.
We've covered so much.
Do you feel more prepared?
I feel ready to go out there and rock those interviews.
Me too. But before we move on to even more interview prep.
More tips and tricks.
Let's take a quick break and come back with some advice on how to really impress them with your CV.
And we'll dive into RoleCatcher's career guides too.
Awesome. See you in a bit. Be right back.
All right, so we've talked about nailing those interview questions.
Yeah.
But before you even get to that stage,
Right.
you need to make a stellar first impression with your CV.
Ooh, the CV.
Yeah, it's like your calling card.
It can feel kind of daunting.
Yeah, it can be a lot.
But guess what?
Guess what?
RoleCatcher can help with that too.
They've got you covered.
Their AI-powered CV builder.
It's a game changer.
It is seriously a game changer.
Like having a professional CV writer
In your pocket.
right there in your pocket.
Imagine that.
It's amazing.
So instead of sending out like a generic CV,
Yeah, one size fits all doesn't work.
no, it doesn't.
You're creating a custom tailored one.
Ooh, custom tailored. I like that.
Yeah, like a bespoke suit.
That highlights the skills and experiences that are most relevant.
To each specific job.
Because you wouldn't wear the same outfit
Yeah.
to a beach party and a gala.
No way.
Same with your CV.
Different occasions, different outfits.
True.
And the AI doesn't stop there.
Oh, tell me more.
It also optimizes your CV's structure and formatting
What does that mean?
for those applicant tracking systems.
Oh, those robots.
Yeah, those digital gatekeepers.
They can be brutal.
They can be tough.
So RoleCatcher is helping us speak robot.
It's like having a secret decoder ring
I love it. So it's basically making sure that your CV gets noticed
by the right people.
by the humans.
By the humans.
Okay, so we've got the skills and experience down.
That's the foundation.
But what about those things that make a wedding planner truly exceptional?
Yeah, those qualities that you can't exactly quantify on a CV,
The je ne sais quoi,
right?
like creativity, passion, attention to detail.
Yeah, and that calming presence.
Ooh, yes, that calming presence.
When a bridezilla is about to erupt.
Oh, yeah, gotta have that.
Crucial, but tricky to convey on paper.
So how do we make sure those qualities shine through?
That's where the interview comes in.
Ah, okay.
It's your chance to let your personality shine.
So it's not just about what you say.
No, it's how you say it.
It's about those nonverbal cues.
Your energy, your enthusiasm,
You want them to see that you're not just a skilled event planner,
but someone who genuinely cares.
about creating those magical wedding experiences.
Those unforgettable moments.
The passion. Okay, let's circle back to RoleCatcher's career guides for a minute.
Okay.
They have some great advice for advancing your career.
So you landed the job, what's next?
Right. What happens after you get that dream job? How do you keep climbing that wedding ladder?
They emphasize continuous learning.
Ooh, always be learning.
Always, because the wedding industry,
Is constantly changing.
it's evolving, new trends are emerging.
So you can't just rest on your laurels.
No, you got to stay ahead of the game.
So how do we do that?
Online courses, workshops, industry events, conferences.
Ooh, conferences.
So much fun.
I love a good conference.
Yeah. And RoleCatcher also mentions mentorship.
Oh, mentorship is so valuable.
Having someone experienced to guide you,
It's like having a wedding fairy godmother.
or godfather,
Right.
someone who's been there, done that.
Okay, and speaking of connections, let's talk about networking.
Networking is key.
It is all about those relationships.
Building those connections.
So how do we go about doing that?
Join professional organizations like the Association of Bridal Consultants.
Ooh, good one.
Attend industry events. Leverage social media.
Social media is huge.
Instagram, Pinterest, all of those platforms.
Yeah, it's like building your own wedding dream team.
Exactly. Surround yourself with talented people.
Okay, so we've got the CV, we've got the networking.
But we need to show off our work.
Yeah, how do we do that?
A portfolio is your secret weapon.
A portfolio?
Gather those high-quality photos.
Ooh, from weddings you've planned.
Yeah, your best work.
And testimonials from happy clients.
Those glowing reviews.
And if you've got any press coverage,
Or awards.
flaunt them.
Let them see your accomplishments.
It's like your wedding highlight reel.
Exactly. Your greatest hits.
And of course, we can't forget about a professional website.
Or social media presence.
It's your digital storefront.
Showcase your style, your expertise.
And let's not forget about certifications.
Oh, yeah, certification.
Are those really necessary?
It can give you a competitive edge.
So it's like leveling up your wedding planning skills.
Exactly. Shows you're committed to professional development.
Okay, so before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
let's go back to those interview questions for a minute.
Okay.
Remember we were talking about managing multiple weddings?
Yeah. Juggling all those timelines.
Let's give our listeners some practical tips on how to showcase that multitasking magic.
Okay, I like that.
So when you're asked about managing multiple weddings, paint them a picture.
Yeah, tell a story.
Talk about how you use technology.
Technology is your friend.
Mention those project management tools,
Calendar systems.
communication apps,
Anything that helps you stay organized.
and on top of every detail.
Because details matter.
They really do. And don't forget to mention how you delegate.
Delegation is key.
Show them you're a master delegator.
Not a control freak.
No, you got to let go sometimes.
And trust your team,
Yeah, you might say something like, I have a fantastic team of assistants.
who I trust to handle various tasks.
Right. And we have regular check-ins to make sure everything's running smoothly.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And always be prepared to share a specific example of a time when you successfully juggled multiple weddings.
Especially if there were any overlapping deadlines or challenges.
Because they want to see how you handle those tricky situations.
Exactly. They want to know you can handle the pressure.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground on managing multiple weddings.
We've got this.
Ready to move on to another question?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's tackle a question that often throws people off.
Okay, what is it?
What are your salary expectations?
Oh, the money question.
I know it can be awkward
It's a little uncomfortable,
to talk about money.
but it's an important part of the process.
It is. So how do we approach this question?
Without sounding demanding or undervaluing ourselves?
Yeah, we don't want to lowball ourselves.
No, we don't.
So what's the secret?
Research is key.
Do your homework.
Before the interview, research the average salary for wedding planners in your area.
Okay, so websites like Glassdoor,
Glassdoorsalary.com.
those are good resources.
They can give you a good benchmark.
And then instead of giving a specific number,
Yeah,
you can provide a range.
a range is good.
So you could say something like,
Based on my experience and research, I'm looking for a salary between X and Y.
that sounds a lot less scary than just throwing out a number.
It gives you some wiggle room.
And it shows that you've done your research.
You're prepared.
And remember, your salary expectations should align with your experience
Your skills.
and the responsibilities of the role.
You're worth it.
Know your worth. Okay, what if they ask about our
A
weaknesses?
tough one.
Yeah, the dreaded, what is your biggest weakness?
Question.
It can feel like a trap.
It does, but it's not.
It's actually an opportunity
An opportunity.
to demonstrate self-awareness
Ooh, I like that.
and a commitment to growth.
Okay, so how do we turn this potentially awkward question into a positive?
Choose a weakness that is relevant to the job,
Okay.
but also something you're actively working to improve.
So, for example.
Yeah, give me an example. You could say, I sometimes struggle with delegating tasks,
Okay.
but I'm working on improving my communication skills and learning to trust my team more.
That's a great example.
So you're being honest.
But also showing your willingness to learn and grow.
We love growth.
Growth mindset.
And avoid cliches.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm a perfectionist.
Or I work too hard.
No one's buying that.
No, those can come across as insincere.
Be authentic.
Be genuine.
Okay, let's shift gears for a moment
Okay.
and talk about a question that allows you to showcase your passion
Ooh, I like this.
and your understanding of the industry.
Okay, hit me with a question.
They might ask, what are some current trends in the wedding industry?
Ooh, that's a fun one.
This is where we get to show them that we're not just planning weddings.
We're living and breathing wedding.
We're immersed in the wedding world.
So be prepared to discuss trends.
Yeah, like what's hot right now?
Sustainable weddings, micro weddings, personalized detail.
Ooh, technology's a big one.
Technology is transforming the industry.
And this is where our continuous learning comes in handy,
Stay up to date.
right? Because we're always learning.
Read those industry blogs.
Attend those conferences.
You want to be in the know.
And don't be afraid to share your own unique perspective.
Yeah. What excites you about these trends?
How would you incorporate them into your work?
Show them your vision.
It's all about showing them that we're not just following trends.
We're shaping them.
We're trendsetters.
Wedding trendsetters.
Okay, so we've tackled a lot of tough questions.
We have covered so much ground.
And we've talked about some really valuable career advice.
From CV tips to networking strategies.
But before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yes.
I want to emphasize one more time
What is it?
the incredible value that RoleCatcher brings to the table.
RoleCatcher is amazing.
Their AI-powered tools can seriously help you prepare for this interview.
And for your entire career.
So tailor your CV. Practice your answers.
Get personalized feedback.
It's like having a personal wedding planning coach,
One cheerleader.
all rolled into one.
They've got your back.
They do. Okay. I think we're ready to move on to our final thoughts.
Let's do it.
All right, so we've talked about those tough interview questions, the CV, the career path.
We've covered a lot.
But before we send you off to conquer that interview,
Yes.
we need to talk about the most important ingredient,
What's that?
confidence.
Confidence, yes. You've got this.
You've made it this far.
They see something special in you.
They do. They see your experience. They've seen your passion on paper.
And now they want to meet the person behind all those beautifully planned weddings.
Exactly. So take a deep breath, relax.
Let your personality shine through.
And remember, an interview is a two-way street.
Ooh, I like that.
It's not just about them evaluating you.
Right?
It's also a chance for you to see if they're the right fit for you.
You get to
Good
interview them too.
You do ask thoughtful questions.
Yeah, what's their company culture like?
What's their approach to wedding planning?
What are they looking for in a candidate?
It shows them that you're engaged, you're curious.
You're serious about finding the right match.
And you know what? You might discover something
Yeah.
that makes you realize this isn't the right opportunity for you.
You have the power to choose.
You do.
You.
It's your career.
Now here's a final thought to ponder as you step into that interview room.
Okay, I'm listening.
The wedding industry is all about creating those unforgettable experiences.
Those magical moments.
So what makes your approach unique?
What's your signature style?
What sets you apart from all the other wedding planners out there?
What's your special sauce?
And how will you continue to evolve and innovate as the industry changes?
Keep learning, keep growing.
We're so excited for you to embark on this journey.
It's going to be amazing.
Remember, preparation is key.
Absolutely.
But don't forget to let your passion and your creativity shine through. Let that sparkle come out.
Best of luck in that interview.
We know you're going to rock it.
That's it for our deep dive into the world of wedding planner interviews.
Hope you enjoyed it.
We hope you feel empowered and ready to land that dream job.
You got this.
And don't forget, RoleCatcher is an incredible resource every step of the way.
Seriously, check out their AI tools and their career guides.
They can help you achieve those wedding planning goals.
Your dreams are within reach.
Until next time, happy planning.
Bye, everyone.